Hey, what's up, universe? It's 1:35 a.m. on Saturday, August 5th, 2023. I just got done watching my video, and I remember the couple of things I wanted to talk about and mention. I wanted to go just a little bit more into about receiving, the generosity of Alan and my buddy, my brother, and his girl. Because I do know that it is my choices that have put me here. And I'm big on accountability and, being responsible towards my choices and the consequences of my choices and accepting the consequences of those choices. I'm all about that. So when there's people that are like willing to show up and provide for me and to help me, the phrase kind of help me clean up my own mess. Like there's obviously a resistance to that in me at first, to be like, no, like it's mine, and to do it alone. And the thing is, though, is that that's why it's a stretch, is to allow myself to receive it, because sure, I could feel guilt, sure, I could feel shame, and I could feel all sorts of negative things about myself. I could do that, but that's not going to serve me. That's not healthy for me. I wouldn't desire that for somebody else to do that. I mean, anytime that we've helped somebody else, or at least that I've helped somebody else, I certainly don't need them to feel guilty. I don't need them to feel shame. I don't need them to feel bad about themselves, because that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. It's about seeing somebody that needs some assistance, and I can help them. And there's times too, and I forget, like Tony Robbins has talked about this, and I think some other people have talked about it, where allowing yourself to receive something isn't just about you, right? So in this case, it's not just about me. Me allowing myself to receive something isn't just about me. It's about allowing other people to give. It's about allowing them to have that opportunity to give. Because otherwise, if I say no, then I'm robbing them of that opportunity. So it's not always about me and receiving it. It's about me giving the opportunity. There's a reciprocity here. It's not me receiving the help isn't just about me receiving the help. It's about me giving Alan and me giving my brother the opportunity to help. And it also goes back to just energy around allowing myself to receive. And in an energetic way, if I'm saying no to receiving help, then I'm by virtue saying no to the universe or to God, because Alan is an expression of God. He's an expression of the universe. My brother is an expression of God or an expression of the universe. So if I deny these individuals, these expressions of God or of the universe, then I'm signaling to the universe that I don't need that. I don't want that, which is complete crap, because I absolutely want to and seek to cultivate my relationship with God or the universe. And so it's a stretch for me, because I have it in my body and I have it in my mind, I have it as far as my stories and my interpretations and beliefs, at least on some level, to be like, no, it's my responsibility. I created it, yet while that's got its own validity, there's truth to that. these things are not mutually exclusive. That doesn't mean that me having that feeling and that desire to clean up my own mess is not mutually exclusive to me allowing for it to be okay for me to receive. And that's why it's a stretch. And I just think about that around receiving it without feeling shame, receiving it without feeling guilty, because that's important. Like, again, in my belief, we're all human and we all deserve it. We all deserve that level of help. Now, this goes into another story about this, where this is a beautiful experience that I had. Also in 2021, this time in March of 2021, I attended a program, a retreat that one of my buddies that I met in Fiji was putting on. And I'm going to call this guy a kid because he's literally 20 years younger than I am. This kid, Ricky, he called me up and he was like, hey, I'm putting on this program in Colorado with another buddy of mine. I would love for you to be a part of this. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I want to support you. I haven't seen you in a minute. And because I went to Fiji in 2019, and so I hadn't seen Ricky in like a couple of years. And this guy he's an amazing dude. He's full of energy and life. And I was like, I want to support you, so yeah, man, I'll come out and do this program. Did this program, and one of the nights of this program, we did a journey within, right? That's what this program was called, the Journey Within. And this was a night to get really deep and introspective with ourselves. Now, there was a dude, another kid, and he was like 21 or 22. And this kid was going through some really dark stuff. And I knew as soon as his journey began, I knew what he needed, because I recognized myself in him. I saw myself in this young man. But I couldn't force myself on him. I couldn't tell him that I knew what he needed. I couldn't. Now, this young man was getting pretty disruptive and disturbing a lot of the energy. And there was probably maybe a dozen of us or so in this program. Everybody else but the facilitators had one by one been leaving the room because of this young man's energy. And he was getting belligerent and a little violent, and it was going to go one of two ways. It was either going to be that there was going to be an opportunity where I could step in and provide what I just really deeply intuitively knew that he needed, and he was going to be ready for it, and he would be asking for it in a way, or it was going to go completely sideways. Both potentials were there, very real. And it got to the point where I was able to open the door a little bit and present something to him, and he was like, okay, I'm listening. And I was able to keep talking just gently to this gentleman. And then we got to a point where I got to tell everybody else, it was basically the rest of the facilitators, I was like, look, you guys need to go. You need to leave the fucking room, and you need to give us a space. Just me and him. Just me and this guy. And they didn't want to leave me completely alone because they didn't know what the hell was going to happen. But they totally went, this was a pretty big room. They went on the other side of the room, gave it us a wide berth in our own space. And I was able to have, it was probably about an hour or so long conversation, because I can say that because one of the facilitators recorded this audio on his phone, and he sent it to me, and I found the recording today and I transcribed it. It's awesome. And we got to have this beautiful conversation, beautiful teacher-student conversation where we were both the teacher and the student at the same time. And by the end of this conversation, he was completely neutralized. He was just like, what the hell just happened? And I was like, we just had a beautiful moment. And it's just about, he had to be ready to receive. He had to be ready to receive. And when he allowed himself to receive, it changed everything. It changed everything. And I can be moved to tears by this, thinking about it, because it was a beautiful reciprocal experience. He taught me too. And when it was done, the main facilitator guy was like, all right, teach me, like, what the hell was that? And it was, I was like, I don't know, because part of, when I look back on the transcriptions before I got started with this guy, I said, look, what I'm about to say, I don't own it. Okay, like, it's not mine. It's just coming through me. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Whatever is about to happen, this is not an ego thing. This is not me. I just know what you need to hear, and I'm going to fucking just let it come out. And it was a beautiful thing. And just the energy shift was profound. He had to be ready for it, though. And I'm just so grateful to have been a part of that. So grateful to be able to give and to be able to receive. And it was a beautiful thing. And then another part to speak to real quick about how it's a gift to allow somebody to give. When I was in Costa Rica, I was able to help one of the gentlemen out there. He was in a very similar situation financially, and he came to me vulnerably, and he asked, and I said I would be happy to, because I've received the same blessing that you're asking for, and I am so grateful to be in a position where I can help you. And that's what I told him. I was like, dude, this isn't about you receiving my gift. It's about you giving me the opportunity to give back the way that I've been given to. It's a gift. That's a gift. So thank you for that. And so that's what I mean. So even though it's a stretch for me to receive this, it's a reciprocity, and it's all a give and take. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dance of life. And to be a part of that is not only magical, it's moving and profound. And it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to mention these things because they're important, and they're part of my journey, and part of the things I've learned, and part of my experiences that play into what I was talking about earlier in my previous video. So thank you again for giving me some time and space. Thank you for letting me share that with you. And thank you for being here with me and for me. I love you guys. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.